I remember when Animal Crossing and Doom Eternal came out on the same day.
Yeah.
And there were memes about it.
So many.
And I was like, man, Animal Crossing about to be mollywopped by Doom Eternal. Because I got Doom.
Mm-hmm.
I beat it. Fucking hated it.
Yep.
And then I got Animal Crossing. And I liked it so much more.
I remember when we went to Target because you were like, yeah, I think I'm going to get Animal Crossing. And I was like, okay. Yeah, man. Let's do it. And that was my first Animal Crossing game too, and I think I only got it because everyone else was talking about it. And I thought, I mean, I could finish Final Fantasy VII Remake or get this other game because I have friends who are like, come to my island. And I'm like, okay. So I think a lot of the sales for Animal Crossing was probably peer pressure. There's no way it wasn't, because the multiplayer is such a huge part of that game. Like, I remember, who was it? One of the Sprouse twins. Someone made a TikTok about how Cole Sprouse or Dylan Sprouse went on Twitter and was like, hey, does anyone have any good, what is it, turnips?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, anyone have any like good turnip sales? And then someone like replied to him on Twitter and he was like, okay, give me your friend code. And then he came to their island, and so like there's screen capture footage of like, it might not even be a Sprouse twin, honestly. I mean, I think it was, but yeah. So everyone was playing it, and everyone seemed to mostly enjoy it for the most part until the summer had ended, and then events started coming out, and you had to be a really dedicated Animal Crossing player to really want to continue playing. Like my roommate Miranda, love her. Loves Animal Crossing, and so she was the only one in the apartment that was playing for the Halloween event, because when did it come out? March
2020.
Yeah, because the Easter event came out with the fucking bunny, and I think I played it a little bit into the summer, but then I stopped. And then there were the fall events where the weather started to change, and then there were the winter events, and now it's been out for a couple years. I fell off real hard, but I remember playing that a shit ton.
I did too, until that fateful day. The goddamn turnips. Okay, yeah, dude, I played this game like every single morning. And this was at a time where it would play the exact same music depending on when you're playing it.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to hear the same damn music loop every time because I only played it in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the main problem is it's super basic. Like,
yes.
Once you get downing to your island, it's like you don't have anything to do.
Yeah, it is resource management with zero risks at its finest. I think the reason why so many people enjoyed playing it during quarantine and picked it up, it kind of came out around the perfect time, which makes me wonder if Nintendo was the one that sent COVID into the world. Probably not. But everyone picked it up at the same time, and it was a really cathartic way of feeling like you were getting out into the world and like gardening and exploring the outdoors when we really couldn't. So I felt really at peace when I was able to just sit on the beach on your island and listen to the waves, because I'm like, I won't be able to do this for who knows how long, because COVID just kept getting longer and longer, and it was like, yeah, this will be around for like a week, this will be around for like a month, and then it's still going on, but whatever. But yeah, so I mean, it was between that and Inside, I feel like we had a couple of really cathartic outlets for creation and entertainment. But my favorite part about Animal Crossing was obviously capturing all of the animals. Like I think, very close second was like seeing who was coming to my island and getting all of the visitors and stuff. But it also helped that around that time, my little sister was getting really into video games, and she would come over, and Animal Crossing was an easy enough game for her to understand that we could play together, which was not something that we could say about every game. She could not play Pokemon because there was a lot of reading involved. Not that there's not a lot of reading involved in Animal Crossing, but honestly, you could play that and not know how to read a single thing and still enjoy it. So and that's exactly what we did, and we captured a lot of fish. And I showed her when the aquarium and the bug sanctuary and the fossil, when the museum came out. That was huge for us because there was a lot of just what kind of bugs can we find? What kind of fish are we going to try and find?
Dude, I got every fossil. My fossil museum is maxed out.
Holy shit.
So, and I have a couple of rare fish here and there. But yeah, I stopped because there's like the stock game.
Yeah.
With the turnips.
Mm-hmm.
And I spent 200,000 bells on turnips.
Oh my god.
And then it gave me shit prices every single, because I played this every day. And every day they were super low.
Yeah.
And then they wasted. So there went 200,000 bells. You know how long it takes to get 200,000 bells with fruit?
Really, really long time.
A long time.
Yeah.
So I said, I'm done. And then I didn't play it for like 10 months maybe.
Mm. And then you picked it back up again.
I picked it back up.
Yeah.
Very subtly. I only play it with Haley.
Mm.
I don't play that game on my own anymore. Because like I said, I'm just done.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hunt down the fish or the bugs and shit. Because other than that, I have nothing to do besides pay off my debt. Just collect fruit and sell it.
Yeah, which is kind of a
rinse repeat.
Very vivid commentary for life. Getting outside every once in a while can be really exciting, and then you realize, I got loans, and
Is this all there is to it?
That's all there is to it, yeah. Except your character in Animal Crossing will never die. Will never know the sweet release of death. Yeah. So, it's a little different. But
and I remember getting super excited for, I got it because, you can customize your designs and everything. You can customize your island. I seen someone make Pallet Town in their Animal Crossing town, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. I never did any of that.
The closest that I got, I made a couple of costumes. I made an Ash Ketchum fit, but only because I had a tutorial on YouTube of someone showing me how to do it. And yeah, I mean, it was a fun game. It's one of those that feels like a must-have for Switch owners. It's like most people that have a Switch, I feel like, have Animal Crossing, which is nuts because Animal Crossing never used to be that franchise. It never used to be the the must-have franchise on a console. Like when New Leaf came out, Animal Crossing New Leaf, when that came out on the DS, I think I knew 2 people that had it. Yeah. And then New Horizons came out, and everyone was like, "Oh, give me your friend code."
Did you hear about the grandma who has 10,000 hours in that Animal Crossing?
Yes, yeah. I think so. That's crazy, nuts.
It's definitely a grandma game.
It's it's absolutely a grandma game, but you have to embrace your inner grandma every once in a while. Every once in a while, you have to come to terms with the fact that sometimes I don't like having to worry about a score, or I don't like having to be so focused on my hand-eye coordination. Sometimes I just want to.
All you got to worry about is not getting stung by the bees.
Yeah, but even then, it's not like you lose items. You don't really lose time or anything. It's like
yeah, you just have a weird face.
Yeah, you just get a weird face and then go back home. Yeah, and getting to live out our dreams of owning. I mean, at least for me, owning a drum set, that was cool until I gave it to you.
Yeah, I do have a whole studio now.
Yeah,
because I found a cello, a keyboard, a harp. I think I have too.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube where people were getting really, really creative with Animal Crossing, and they would compose actual themes and music and stuff to put in the game?
I don't even know how you do that because you hit the thing and it just makes a random noise every time.
Yeah, so either they're just cutting it together or they're pitch shifting it.
Oh.
Either way, very cool and a very unique form of self-expression, especially in the video game world. Because I think Minecraft is accessible to a point, and then you see people make things that are really there's so much freedom in Minecraft. Whereas in Animal Crossing, there's a lot of freedom, but with that, there are limits and there are caps to what you can do. So I feel like it's a lot more accessible for people who are not used to those type of, grandma games. And knowing that you can't really die or lose health or lives or anything like that, that's really cool. So will I get the next Animal Crossing game? Maybe. Will they milk this game for the next 10 years if they could? Probably. I don't think we're getting another Animal Crossing game until another Nintendo console comes out. Honestly, this will probably just be the Switch Animal Crossing game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's fine.